Hello. Okay, so far in our class, we've learnt how to create a contact sheet in Adobe Photoshop, and also write down some comments on our shots. So let's say you've chosen probably about 3/4 of these photos as being your finals. I'm going to show you now um, how to take this further and actually create a series set up in one file of all of your shots you've chosen, and then placing titles underneath each one. Now you can do this in Photoshop, but it is much better if you can do this in Adobe InDesign, and so I'll show you how to do that now. So to get to Adobe InDesign, you go to Finder, you go to Applications, then you scroll down to Adobe InDesign. So it's the 2017 one, and it is the pink logo one, Adobe InDesign. So if you have an older version of InDesign, it still does work. If you have a new one, even better. So go to File, New, Document. So if you are using a school-based laptop for this, your first time experience with InDesign, InDesign will load up as in tablet mode for some odd reason because the laptop's not good enough for it. So what you need to do is you need to open up InDesign, straight away close it down again, open InDesign up, and then you go across to the top right hand corner and you change your, where it says tablet mode, you change it to Essentials. So that'll fix that issue. So you go to File, open this dialog box. So the width you want it to be 420 millimeters, units to be millimeters, height to be 297. Pages will set up as 3 pages, and we'll start at page 1. Turn facing pages on. Columns, we will have it as being 3 columns, and gutter we'll set up as being, let's say, 20 mil gutter. Okay, don't have to worry about margins and other type of stuff like that. It's all good. All right, so click on Create and make sure it's in landscape mode too. Create. So you'll see here in the InDesign interface, we have our toolbox on the left-hand side, and we have other tools on the right-hand side. So the ones that you would only really need to be aware of right now are the Pages one, which shows what page you are on, because InDesign is multi-page. Okay, so you can close it by clicking on that arrow there. Okay, and the other ones you'll be learning are the Type tool, the Direct Selection tool, and that's pretty much about it, to be honest. Okay, so let's jump into it. If we go to File and we go to Place. All right, so what I'll do now is I'll just select all my photos that I've chosen. Okay, and then I'm going to click on Open. But before doing that, if you just want to select particular ones, you can press Command and you can deselect or select particular shots. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this one out here. Then you click on Open. So that's the think. Okay, so when you open, it's going to bring up the first photo that you selected, and see right next to the where the arrow itself is on the left hand of that dialogue, not the dialogue, the little cursor thing that's come up, it says 17. That means that there's 17 photos it's going to be placing in at once. Okay, so the whole idea here is, and I'll show you this, right? So if we click and keep our finger down right in that corner there where the pink and the purple lines are, draw a box. So we're just looking at the crosshair at the moment, not the box. Bring the crosshair down to the bottom right hand corner, okay, and then press on the arrow keys on your keyboard, press up twice and to the right twice. Then you take your finger off the mouse. Wait for a little while. It needs to load in all those images. Those images are now within the bounding box of those rectangles that it's drawn. Okay. We go to Pages now. Go to page 2, double click on page 2, turn off that Pages dialog, and now we do the same thing, click and then drag across. The crosshair needs to go into that bottom right hand corner of the margin. We press up twice to the right twice, take your mouse off, let it load. Okay, and that's all of our images being placed in. So there are actually 2 pages. So we open up our pages here. We can see 2 pages, 1 page, 2 pages. Press Command 0 to actually see the pages. Right, so they're the 2 pages there. But what you want to do now is you want to actually create captions for it. So if you select, so you go to the select tool here and you draw a box around all those images. Okay, so they're selected. Okay, you need to go to Object, then you go to Captions, and then come down here and you say Generate Static Caption. Click on that, and underneath each image now is the name of the file. Okay, so you can do other things now too. So once you have the image, the text there, double click into it. Okay, you can select all that. Okay, triple click on it or click once in it, and then you can press Command A to select all the text. And then you come across here and you can set the text to center align, and you can type in, for example, you know, 2-up shot. Yeah, so describe what the shot type is for this example. Okay, so when you want to get out of the type tool, you go to the direct selection tool, you click on that, and you're outside of the type tool now. Okay, you come across here, now you can zoom in by pressing Z, and you click, okay, come around to the direct selection tool, click on this, double click into it, press Command A, and then you can type in garden shot, for example. Okay, set it to being center align. Is that cool? All right, so you can do that multiple times for all the other pages. If you want to change the type on this, you can go to paragraph styles, double click in the blue area, and then it comes up with this funny dialog box. All you need to worry about is you go to basic character formats, change the font family to, I don't know, what's one we could use, Futura, for example, and then you just click on OK, and you change all the fonts throughout the whole thing. The issue is that the font's a little bit bigger, so you need to make this box a little bit bigger at the base, and the thing comes in again. Okay, so you just got to change it there if you want to change the font. Is that cool? Yep, and that's it. Right. After that, if you want to then, you know, once you're happy with all of your files, with all of your pages, sorry, you then have the option to export it as a PDF file, so Adobe PDF for print. Okay, you obviously click on the down button if you don't see this dialog here. Now I'm just going to save this to my desktop for the time being, and I'm going to call this one here my shots. Okay, format is Adobe PDF for print. Click on save, and then instead of just clicking OK or export from the start, you need to do a few things. So if you go to marks and bleeds, turn off marks, turn off use document bleed settings, and then you can click on export. Right, so this thing here is telling you that it's processing. Okay, now if you want to print it, you go to File, Print, and then you obviously select, oh, there we go, there's a PDF file that's open up now. Okay, so there's a PDF of your work. We'll go back into InDesign, just go back to that print dialog, and you obviously go through the setup for your printer itself. Okay, so you go to General, yep, Setup, obviously have it as A3 in size, it's landscape, all those type of things you need to adjust. Okay, and then you click on Print. Obviously, I'm going to click on Print now. That's it for this one. Thank you.